In a distant corner of the Great Sea, upon the humble outer island, resides the Hero of Wind. Embarking on his quest centuries after the Hero of Time, this young adventurer swiftly vanquished the likes of Ganondorf and Bellum with the help of some seafaring friends. Once his journey was fulfilled, he charted a course and set sail one last time. His destination? The Super Smash Bros. Roster. Welcome to Redesigning Smash, a series where we take a look at current Smash movesets and give them a new lick of paint. The aim of this is to modernise or declone different characters so that they're more representative of their in-game appearances. This time, we're going to be taking a look at Toon Link. Toon Link made his Smash Bros. Debut in Brawl, where he served as a fresh and interesting replacement for the young Hero of Time. While he certainly retained the agility of young Link, there were a few changes made to his kit to make him feel considerably different from his counterparts. For example, he's a lot floatier in the air compared to the other Links, and some formerly multi-hit attacks such as his forward and up smashes are exchanged for singular hit ones. Other changes made include his down air, which sends him shooting straight down, as well as various changes to the properties of his projectiles. That said, his moveset at its core is still fairly generic, featuring the standard Link formula of arrows, bombs, boomerang, and the spin attack, even in Smash Ultimate. While this does accurately represent Toon Link to an extent, thanks to his many appearances across multiple titles, he boasts a huge variety of unique weapons, and it seems a shame that, for the most part, these are underutilized in his moveset. The aim of this redesign is to incorporate just some of these weapons so that Toon Link will feel a lot more distinct than he does at present. Rather than focusing on the Hero of Wind specifically, however, this moveset will be sort of an amalgamation of several different Links from various titles to form one combined ultimate Toon Link. So, what do you say we get right into it? You know the drill, it's time to take a look at Toon Link's new specials. Starting with his neutral special, instead of the bow, Toon Link will now use the Gust Jar from the Minish Cap. This item is found within the Deepwood Shrine and is used to inhale and shoot out enemies. Here in Smash, it would serve a similar purpose in this new moveset. Essentially, in terms of functionality, think DDD's neutral special or the inhale part of K. Rool's blunderbuss. However, that's not the only function of the Gust Jar. If you don't inhale an opponent and release the B button, a gust of air will shoot from the jar. While this won't do any damage, it's capable of blowing opponents back with a strong wind box, acting as a sort of toned down version of the Gust Bellow items. The interesting part about this special is that the inhale has 3 levels of charge depending on how long the button is held. The lowest level, at which point the Gust Jar is blue, the middle level which is yellow in colour, and finally the highest red level of charge. The higher the charge, the stronger the wind box, or alternatively, if an opponent has been inhaled, the further they are shot out. Another use of this handy item is that it blows Link back when used in the air. This little boost could prove to be pretty useful for horizontal recovery in a pinch, and could potentially be used to get Toon Link out of a tough spot. That sums up the utility of this new neutral special, but how about the side special? There are a few options for this one, but I decided to go with the sand one from Spirit Tracks. Back in this game, the item was used to raise pillars of sand from the ground, serving many purposes, and would thus have a similarly large range of uses in this moveset. The move could be used both offensively and defensively. Depending on how long the move is held, a number of pillars shoot out from the ground in front of Link. The longer the move is held, the more pillars of sand are formed. These pillars would essentially act as meat shields, providing a little bit of cover for Link, although in a similar fashion to Steve's dirt blocks, these could be broken by opponents with relative ease. The move could also be used to attack opponents if a pillar of sand was formed directly beneath them and knocking them off their feet. In terms of the up special, rather than the spin attack, I think this would be a good point to bring in the Deku Leaf. For this move, a gust of wind would initially come up below Link, blowing him upwards. This initial jump wouldn't damage opponents, but would instead act as a wind box, blowing them back. Toon Link would then use the Deku Leaf to slowly glide back to safety in a similar fashion to Peach's recovery. Now for the down special. Instead of the bombs, I went with the Bomb Chews. This is a pretty simple change overall. Instead of having the standard bombs like he and young Link do currently, Toon Link would instead place down a bomb chew which would travel along the ground before exploding upon contact with an opponent. While this doesn't seem like a particularly significant change, there are a few reasons I have for making this decision. Firstly, the Bomb Chew is a pretty iconic variant of the bomb which currently isn't represented in any of the Link's movesets, although there is the Bomb Chew item. Also, the Bombchus played quite an important role in Phantom Hourglass, serving as useful tools not only to defeat enemies but also to scout out new areas and fit into small gaps that Link himself can't. This would also mean that between all 4 specials, Wind Waker, Minish Cap, Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks would all be represented. However, the main reason as to why I went with Bombchus is that they could be used in conjunction with the Sand Wand for a deadly combination. In the mainline 3D Zelda games, Bombchus have the ability to travel up walls, and that would be key here. The Bombchus would be able to effortlessly travel up the pillars of sand spawned in by the Sand Wand and could make a beeline for the opponent as a means of offense, while Toon Link would remain protected by the sand pillars. Handy. Toon Link's standard attacks in Smash are actually pretty cool. They're very colourful, very charming, very animated, and for that reason, a lot of them would probably stay in this new moveset. However, there are still a few changes I'd make. Take his jab, for example. Rather than his current 3-hit slash, I think it would be sweet if he instead had his neat little combo from Wind Waker with 2 slashes and then a cool little spin. Another move I'd alter is Toon Link's down tilt. At the moment it's just a downward slash, but could instead be replaced with this counter attack technique from Wind Waker, where Link rolls around the opponent and slashes them from behind. In Smash, I feel like this would work best as a 2-part move, similar to Simon or Richter's down tilts, which involve a slide followed by a lunge. In this case, the first part of the move would be the roll, and the second part would be the sword slash. Now for his smashes, I reckon this would be a good place for the skull hammer to come into play. I could definitely see it being used for his forward smash. Like with DDD, this would be a strong, heavy, vertical hammer swing, easily capable of scoring a KO. While certainly not the fastest smash in the game, it would come out a bit quicker than old DDDs at the expense of a little bit of kill power. Another place I see the skull hammer fitting is with Toon Link's forward air, which, like the forward smash, would involve a vertical hammer swing, only this time in the air. A slow but hard hitting spike. I'm sure this move would be among the most satisfying ones in the game to land. Good luck hitting it though, as it would require very careful timing and would be a pretty big commitment to make off stage. I'd also potentially switch out his hookshot grab for the grappling hook from Wind Waker. This would act similarly to his current grab, acting as a tether and would still be a means of recovery. The key difference being that I'd be more affected by gravity than his current hookshot and would thus be slightly more akin to Luigi's poltergust grab in function. In terms of his final smash, it seems fitting to change the Triforce slash out for something more representative of Toon Link's other appearances. There were quite a few options I had in mind for this, but I eventually settled on the Hurricane Spin. Toon Link would charge up his attack and unleash a powerful, somewhat controllable, long-lasting spin with some neat little lightning effects to boot. Any opponents unfortunate enough to be caught in this attack would be sent flying after its final hit. I suppose that's one way to bring the spin attack back into his moveset. Like with his standard attacks, there aren't too many changes I'd make to Toon Link cosmetically. There are a few things though. His double jump animation could be changed to a forward roll, for example, to reflect the animation for jumping using the Rock's Cape in Minish Cap. This would also help the animation flow better into his new Skullhammer forward air. Also, we'll give him a crawl as well, because why not? It's cute, it fits, and he has the ability to do it in his own games. I'm honestly a little surprised that it isn't in Smash already. Alongside this, I think it would also be good for Toon Link to have a couple of unique alt costumes. Specifically, the pajama outfit from the beginning of Wind Waker would be neat, as well as the engineer outfit from Spirit Tracks. While this costume in particular is featured in the Spirit Train stage, we can leave it to Alfonso to take care of things when Toon Link is on the field as per usual. And that's about it. Be sure to let me know how you feel about this new take on Toon Link's moveset, and if you have any of your own ideas for how he could play, I'd love to hear them. With such a wide range of weapons to choose from, there were so many ways this moveset could have gone, and the way I chose to design this moveset was just one of them. It was so hard to settle on one idea, but I tried to be as representative as possible. As always, if there are any other characters that you want to see me cover in future, feel free to let me know as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you later.